We bout to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesying this my occupation. This shit outrageous. They done made the truth not sound. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. ISUPK style. Can't stop now. Far this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the blood. Hey, try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil's got to die for his lies and his visions. Ain't got no love for them crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And then my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches. Worthy of vengeance. This your death sentence. I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's at the end is near. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handed book. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow sand and hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey jet. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hang down. Death for them devils, there's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife till they broke like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We're screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she pleased as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's at the end is near. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back! Ah!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's at the end is near. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
Test 1, 2. looking at the business plan. To take away from the Commonwealth, just include it as well. Clap it up. Right, welcome to the Conflict Zone, another episode of the Conflict Zone. Yes, this week now we're talking about going into the business plan. Also, we're going to look at right, we're going to play a clip from this devil from England that talk about, you know, the people who older than me used to call pre-independence. They used to call England the motherland. And all of a sudden, the motherland is not the motherland again. Yeah, because England is not called motherland here in the Caribbean again. For any one of us in CARICOM, England is not referred to as a motherland. England is just the oppressor's land. Right? Now, hey, Shalom, Yabashima Shabrakata.
Yes, Shabrakata. What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, you know, one more week rocking it again.
Don't know.
Right. So this week now we're going to talk about we want to dig into the business plan this week. But you know, we're going to brush on that same man there, the talk show host, who was really echoing the sentiments of the ruling class in England still, you know. But they are giving their opinion. But the most I also have an opinion. But you know, in the meantime, we have to do what we do. We still have to put food on our table.
Right.
We're gonna also look at the business plan. Oh, we write a business plan. The most I, you know, give us an ultimate business plan still, you know, to take them into slavery. Right. But until that happens, we have to just dismiss their opinion and show them some divine opinion. All right, I'm gonna jump right into. I want to keep it 1 hour this week.
Yeah. I try to keep it because that time, remember that time zone now.
Yeah, right. Right, so going into what O'Sullivan him name again? Kevin O'Sullivan. Yeah. You said something,
Yes,
sir?
You hearing something?
Yes, God. I'm going to play.
Yeah. You ain't getting no audio.
No audio?
Nah, you ain't getting no audio on it. You ain't hearing nothing.
But first, let's talk about slavery and.
Anything now?
Yeah, you're getting audio they know. It's a while they know.
reparations next week in Samoa. Will gather for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, a kind of event. And at this event, the Caribbean nations, led by Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley, will demand from Britain £18 trillion reparations to compensate for the horrors of slavery. Now, it has been indicated that the British government won't be paying them this money. But when you think about Britain hating Starmer, he's guilt-ridden about the empire. You can see the way he is, like what he did with the Chagos Islands. You wonder, the government says it won't be paying this money, but you wonder if they'll stick to this. You wonder if secretly old Britain-hating Starmer might start handing money to these nations that demand reparations. I say, absolutely not. Don't be ridiculous. No one alive, no one living is responsible for the slavery that the Caribbean nations suffered. So how can we, why should we pay for something we didn't do? I think we should say to the nations,
that's your opinion. Why should you pay for something you didn't do?
Right.
All right. He also said something else, you know. So we can find that other part.
Right, and Salakia, if I may.
Yeah.
Osaka one, he did a very versatile, TikTok on it now. And it everybody should go up and watch that little TikTok. Because now,
When?
showing that every time you see, yeah?
When?
No, he used the same clip we had there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he did a TikTok on it. Right? And he draw a reference, you see the video that the song that they play in the beginning to let them know, hey, this is your end result now. This is your end result. Right? Because now this is your destination. And just as the scripture say that, all it fitted to be servants in a minute. All it fitted to be servants and handmaids in a minute. Because who going to take all the possession? So yes, it was utterly so.
It wasn't what? Didn't get
No,
that
I
last
say,
part.
it was on point and on time. So now it's like every time you view that, just know this, as the scripture says, never trust your enemy, because these people and them, the only they're designed by nature. As the scripture say, how could they make that with just crooked street? Yeah,
Right.
that is them in nature or by nature. Yeah, so that.
All right. There was a time I think it was Tony Blair time, when they had proposed to the Jamaican government to build a prison. A prison here in Jamaica. You know the prison them there were the owners, the private prison, right?
Right.
All right. This one, UK to build. This is 2015. So it's not long. Not long ago. UK to build £25 million Jamaican prison. You see?
Yeah.
So we can't talk, we must not talk about reparations, but let us talk. Let us talk about building a prison for your people.
25 million Jamaican prisons
25
in the
million
UK.
pounds.
Pounds,
Right.
right? Jamaican prison, right? That was it.
Right. 25 million pounds. All right.
Mm.
Let's see what the story is at the time. The UK is to spend 25 million pounds on building a prison in Jamaica so that foreign criminals in the UK can be sent home to serve sentences in the Caribbean.
So good night. Good.
More than 600 Jamaican nationals are in UK jails but cannot be deported because of Jamaica's poor conditions.
Mm.
The fact is, they did not commit any crime in Jamaica, so we can't really hold them prisoner.
So we really with
So if our government bowed to their pressure, now that is the beginning of another round of slavery because now you're taking people inside here, holding them prisoners, and they committed no crime here.
right.
If those persons, if that 600 Jamaican in the UK jail at UK prison should go to America, America could not hold them prisoners.
Mm.
So why they want us to hold those persons prisoners? What they
Mm.
want to do is to like pay the government to keep them. And the thing is, a lot of them didn't born in Jamaica though. They were of Jamaican parents, and the UK is such that they you don't necessarily get British citizenship by being born there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're still a Jamaican.
Right.
So, but as long as you don't commit yourself, you can stay.
Right.
Now, what the heck is that? I'm a Jamaican whether I commit myself or not.
Mm.
If I commit myself, I go and serve the time and come back out, right? If I don't commit myself, I'm still here.
Right.
You know what? Me supposed to feel privileged by coming into your country, be a good slave, and feel good about it. Oh, I have not committed myself. I'm a free, what, British citizen?
Mm.
That's why most people had started traveling to the US. All right, Prime Minister David Cameron, this was Cameron time, 2015, announced the deal as he began to visit there. But this is an idea that came from as far back as Tony Blair. Remember when Tony Blair was Prime Minister in England?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you another story now, which is 5 years after this one, which is 2020. New tab. This one, October 20. No, this article was from 2020. Come on, scroll down. It's a 2017. Prime Minister Andrew Holness told the British High Commission to Jamaica in August 2017 that his government would not take forward the United Kingdom's offer to build a prison here in the latest twist to the saga of who rejected of who rejected the proposal. Come on, man. He said they would have killed you with Adia try to read the article. Gosh. Yes. Move. Alright. So it's not that they really want to tell you a story now, they really want to sell you something. All this about singles, senior. Come on now. Alright, so what is happening here? Jamaica again and not going on good enough. Alright, we're not. Let me try with it again. New time. British British says Holness poured cold water on prison offer. Right, June 9th, 2020. Prime Minister Andrew Holness told the British High Commission in Jamaica in August 2017 that his government would not take forward that offer. All right, so the Prime Minister Holness said, no, we don't know that. Right? So, Trooper Alak is here. I'm not letting the trooper. Come on, man. Hey, Shalom, Yabashima Shabakata.
Shalom Adawanya, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, sirs.
Yeah, Shalom Shavta. What's going on?
Hey, good to see y'all. Let's get it in, sir.
San Christ.
Come on, sir.
All right, so, we're looking at that.
Come on. Wholeness at Salaki Adawanya. You want me to pick up the reading? I think he froze Adawan.
Yes, Salaki, I froze.
Come on, sir. I think so.
Because right now you're controlling the panel, right? So again, we're going into, is a video that was circulating. You just drop off. You'll come back in just now, right? That's circulating now, and this oppressor, outer, as you say, outer your mouth is only as you say, deception, and the can't run or the can't hide from who they is, because that is their making, that is who they is, right? And he went on to say that, make statements that in the UK now, that there would be no, let me say, no monies or no funds that would be given back, to blacks, who were carried across there and, help build the UK, from scratch. right? And if they're seeking any repatriations, because I think one of the prime minister, I think from Barbados, make mention of, for some sort of compensation for our forefathers that went to England and built England,
Yeah,
and and with that now it's like you see the as you say the children, as you say, of Esau, you know, continuing on that same legacy that hey, they are who they are.
that's right.
A beast can never be, something that we would call abiding with nature. A beast will always be destructive towards nature.
That's right.
So, and this is who they is, because now, as I say, that they belong exactly just as where they came from in the mountains
That's
in
right.
Georgia and Russia.
Come,
They,
come.
they, they deserve to be pinned, as we say, or caged in,
Right.
and not let loose amongst civilization.
That's
Because
right.
now them being among civilization, we see the destruction that they cause just by being among civilization.
That's right.
Right? Yeah.
If I could, Adawan,
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a precept to bag up exactly what you're bringing out, sir.
Yeah. Go
And that's
ahead, bring it out.
common concert, and that is Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13. Consider the works of God, for
Mm-hmm.
who, for who
Go
can make
ahead.
come concert, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked.
Right. So now we're seeing, as I say, it has sum it up right there, and that's the same thing we're talking about, and it's showing we not same spirit, right? Because now this is who he is, and you trying to make some straight that the Lord made crooked. No, you will just be doing like where Martin Luther King tried to do, where as we say, all these preachers, all these pastors try to join hand in hand with a beast that at any given opportunity he will destroy you,
That's right.
because that who he is.
Mhm.
The Lord made him crooked.
That's right.
So now we have to get out and let us sink, as we say, or marinate in the spirit. This is who he is. This is
That's
who
right.
that beast is. Right? Yes, like it. Or Sabbath one back up. Right?
Tell me something.
Mm.
What can really cause your system to just shut down?
Well, like how your stream you just shut down.
Yeah.
Yes.
The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, Adawan.
It's the same thing Sunday. I noticed when I trying to do this topic.
Just
It
showing
just
you.
yeah, it just keep shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Salaki, if I could, sir,
Come again?
I got another precept, Adawan.
Go on.
Common concert.
Let me
The
bring up
book,
my tabs. Just continue.
common concert. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy,
Mhm.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
right? And you hear that? You hear that, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians? And again, join us on the conflict zone. All the drop in all the questions on the inbox. Ask, come up on the stream. Ask all the questions. We live on, as you say, YouTube. We are on Facebook. You know, we on TikTok. We on all media platform right now. So all the jump out and ask all the questions. Because now, with the brother just read, is some very valid. And that being valid is us understanding the importance of what the Most High God did, and in creation, and everything that was fitted to be in its position is exactly where it's supposed to be. Now, the Most High God was always, as we say, a father to us, and he always separated, as we say, everything in its quarters. And we're reading about this beast that was supposed to be separated coming amongst, as we say, civilization. And he being among civilization was a total discord amongst people, amongst a people. And this is why now what he fighting for, he being dragged down and he's being exposed, because now every nation, every people seeing him food, and most important, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, because now we are the ones who have been in this conflict and in this battle for over 400 years, right? With this beast, right? So we just brought out again, it is a reminder to us. It's like, yeah.
All right. So Trooper, you weren't in the class. Sunday we deal with. Well, a topic like this cannot be. We can extensively deal with a topic like this in one class or two classes or probably in three classes. But we are talking about it because we came across this man talking about and basically telling the Caribbean, you're not getting a dime. Right? Just to paraphrase what he saying. Basically, Mateo said we're not getting nothing. But we're trying to show him that, and to show our people who might come across him. Don't think that, don't follow them and think that they don't owe you anything. But their repayment won't come in from them come and say, okay, yes, we're going to pay you. Just like the Most High says, Christ said, vengeance is mine, I will repay.
Right.
That is, vengeance is mine is where again? Romans. Right? They think that they are able, Romans 12:19-20. They think that is what they say. They think that we are ruled by their opinion. There was a time when that was the case, and that time was called slavery. But the Most High is saying, our time of servitude is at an end.
Come on.
So, the system look like you have to freeze up again. So, if you chip out again, you just take over.
Come on, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Verse 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. for in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Right. So the Most High is saying that he will repay, so don't even bother hold it against them. If they need something from you, you can give it, because that will now make him wonder, say, wait, I've been so terrible to this man and he's still being so nice to me. Yeah, I say, you know what now? Rather than you not trusting him, is him not going to trust you, because in his mind, you have something up your sleeve against him. All right.
Salaki Adawan.
Yeah.
Because some people and even our own people, when we be out on the street teaching, they be like, all this preaching and all this teaching, that ain't doing nothing. If y'all that ain't doing nothing, as if they want us to, to go out and do, something stupid. Because like the scripture, we know in ISUPK, we know that the scripture says that by the foolishness of preaching, that we shall be saved. Israel shall be saved. But if you're not in the truth, you don't know these scriptures. You think that economics, voting, even rising up against your oppressor, even picking up the sword, you even like, Salakia, using your gun. But we don't have enough. That is not what's gonna save our people. That is just that, that's unwise, to try to go to battle, with our oppressors. And we, especially when we don't own no gun stores, we don't own no ammunition,
Right.
we get all our ammunition from them.
And even if we own them, it wouldn't make a difference.
Common concert.
Let's say the majority of gun stores in America was owned by black people. It would make a difference, because they own bigger than gun stores.
Come.
All them weapons manufacturer. As a matter of fact, you own in a gun store, you would still have to buy those ammunition from them to put in your gun store.
Right.
You would have to own the factory, and even when you own the factory, you still wouldn't be able to overthrow them.
Mm-hmm.
So the Most High is telling us that He will do it, and we should not take it upon ourselves to avenge ourselves.
Right.
Isaiah 14, 1 and 2.
Come, sir. Isaiah 14, sir.
Right.
What verse, Adawan?
1 and 2.
Come, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14. Get into it. Here we go. Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Right. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob was the father of the 12 tribes.
Right.
So when he says that he will have mercy upon Jacob, he's talking about Jacob's descendants. Go on.
Come, sir. And will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel. Not the land of Israel. In the land of Israel, what you have in there now? The Israelis. But the scripture tell you about the Israelites, who are the descendants of a man called Israel, who was renamed Israel, who was Jacob. And today, those people are the blacks, Hispanics, and natives.
That's right. Come on, sir. And set them in their own land.
And he's going to set us right there in that land where the Israelis are, and which, if you're following the news today, now that they have the tail in the back because they think they are beating up on Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran, the tail in the back, and they talk about when we were in this land 2,000 years ago, knowing very well that they weren't there. I mean, the amount of sunscreen that they have to be buying to just to walk out there in the sun in that land. That alone should tell them that, this place really isn't ours.
Right.
There's no way we could have left this place and now we come back, we have to be using sunscreen.
Right.
But if they should research Poland, the country of Poland, then they would find their roots. And many of them do know that that's where they belong. But, their blessing was the sword. So because they have the sword, which is might, they are able to take that land by might. And they are able to keep that land by might. But the time is going to come where the Most High is going to remove them and put back his people in that land, which is that time we are reading about now. And which is that time we are trying to explain to this man, who named Kevin O'Sullivan, who thinks that, the Most High is not in the picture of the reparation. He thinks that it is just they are the ones who decide if reparations should be granted or not. All right, read on.
Come on, sir. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the stranger shall be joined with them. So if you, Mr. Narrator, you will be joined with us, but not to be rulers over us. We know that you can't go anywhere and be a party of anything unless you are in charge. That is just the way you think, Mr. Oppressor. So, you now believe that you being joined with us is going to make you once again ruler over us. Read on.
Come on, sir. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
When you join with us, you are going to cleave to us. The Most High says that. Because you are going to destroy this earth with nuclear, that there is no better place outside of being amongst us. There is no better out there. So you're going to cleave to us. And we're going to force you to cleave to us because you're going to rebuild this earth, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
All right. That is what that verse, what that?
That's the end of verse 1, sir.
That is verse 1. All right. Before you go to the next verse,
country. They buy into all that imperial evil nation that has conquered the world and did tremendous damage. The empire wasn't all good, but it had a lot of good things about it. And we were the country that took our empire and used it to go a long way towards stamping out outright slavery around the world. We used.
All right. So one other thing which he said, we were the country who took our empire and stamped out slavery, which show you how evil they are even in their thinking, because you use your empire to stamp out slavery, but you used slavery to build your empire.
Right.
How about that part?
Right.
So after you build your empire from slavery, then you stamp out slavery.
Right.
That was really what happened.
Right.
So don't believe that you deserve any pat on your shoulder for doing that.
Used our own empire to stamp out slavery because we knew it was implicitly wrong. So the idea that we're some kind of evil imperial state that does nothing but bad is for the birds. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And yet this is the attitude that prevails right now. So
because we in the Caribbean, well, the government in the Caribbean slapped them with a bill, $19 trillion. That's what the Caribbean governments are demanding as reparation for slavery. Now, I think they know that they're not going to get it. But when I look at what they want to push on us, like what we were reading about they call it prison, want to build a prison here in Jamaica to house the Jamaicans that are there, over 600 Jamaicans in their prison.
Right.
That's where they should be, weren't you? You see, because you did not pay your reparations, then we were not able to properly educate and treat these Jamaicans, so that when they come in the country, maybe so much of them wouldn't have been prisoners. But even when they came over there, you weren't treating them right. Right? So, they did foul things and end up in prison. But you are not able to imprison so much of them, so you want to now come to the Caribbean, build a prison. And you know what is the interesting thing?
Yeah.
This was the head of Carry, what do you call it? Commonwealth, the head of CARICOM Leaders Summit. Now, for the life of me, the only thing the news has been the news carry is the $19 trillion demand on the kingdom. Now, there must have been other things discussed, but I don't know. I can't get that news. What I'm getting is, hey, you owe some money, pay, which makes sense. So in other words, if we can't get past this, don't come talk about anything else. So once and for all, the Caribbean leaders showing a little balls. Even though they might not get anything, but at least let them know that, hey, we know you owe something, so what is about this thing? You understand? And it is something that we are not able to get over. The trauma of slavery still exists among our people. And to compound on top of that, you have the CIA going to teach them how to be murderers. So, let's hear what he has to say more.
We have this conference next week whereby we will pay lip service. Oh, you want reparations? You want £19 trillion? Well, we'll definitely think about it. We're taking your demands very seriously. I think we should turn around to these people and say, we're not taking your demands seriously. They're ridiculous. They're ludicrous. And get this, you are never getting a single penny out of us for slavery. Got it? Got it? Write it down. Okay? Yeah. Because this ritual where they demand.
All right. And each time I hear him saying that, I have to put it this way and say, you are going to pay with your life. You and your children and your children's children will be paying us for slavery. According to the scriptures, you're going into slavery, right? Read Isaiah 14, verse 2. And that will tell you. Give me Isaiah 14 and 2.
Come, sir. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2. And the people shall take them – and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So you hear that, Mr. O'Sullivan? They shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. You're gonna be servant and handmaid. You got it? Got it? Write that down.
That's
Okay.
right.
So that's what they think, that it's what they say that goes. Nah, it's what the Most High says goes. And they are going to be shocked. How comes you being the richest, all the white countries together make up entire riches, or the majority of riches on this earth. In second place, you would have maybe the Chinese or the combined Arabs. No, probably the Chinese. But they're gonna be surprised as to how did they fall from heaven. And that's what the scripture says again. Because if you go to the book of Obadiah,
that's right.
We're going to read verse 10, but to our listeners, if you have the time, you can read all the entire Obadiah. It's only one chapter anyway. So, it's not going to take you all night or all day. But Obadiah explained to you that they are going to fall from their grace. All right, give me Obadiah 1 and 10.
Come, sir. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be Salaki.
Right. So, because of the violence that they had shown us, they are gonna be, the Most High is gonna put them to shame. That's the best way to put it. He is the one that is going to put them to shame. He is the one that is going to tell them. As a matter of fact, he's not going to tell them anything. It's a position that they are going to find themselves in, that is going to cause them to be ashamed. Moving from heaven to hell. You're in heaven now. So when you find yourself at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder, you are going to be surprised. That's it. We finished.
Come, sir.
Right. So and there are so many other books in the Bible that predicts Esau's demise.
Mm-hmm.
But as usual, they believe what they want to believe. They are able to make bombs with pinpoint accuracy over great distance, and yet still they are not able to decipher the scriptures. But don't worry, the Most High gave us the knowledge to decipher these scriptures. And we are deciphering it and we tell you where you fall in these scriptures. You think that you have been using these scriptures to oppress us because you have changed the interpretations. But how can you fight against the Spirit of God? You can't. You can't fight something that you can't see.
Right.
And the Spirit of God has come into the sons of Jacob and have bring all things back to remembrance, just as he said. So we know where you stand and we know where we stand. Got it? Got it? Write that down. All right. So I have some more video to do with this man. I got to do some video on it. It's the first brazen man I see. Well, because I don't live around them or anything, so maybe a lot slip by me. But like you, trooper in the states, you find how brazen they are. Like this one who talk about Puerto Rico is a floating pile of garbage.
Hmm.
Don't worry yourself, man. Europe is going to be a floating pile of garbage too.
Right.
And so will America, North America.
Right.
Because the most I said that New Babylon is going to be a place for the what do you call it again? Anyway, wild animals basically.
Right.
It's going to be a place for pools of water and wild animals.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where we're heading. Well, we're seeing the pools of water. As soon as there's any hurricane, you see how much how the entire communities become pools of water.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the water is gonna take back its course there. All right, so we're coming up under the time. I'd say we want to look at the thing there. At
That time done close up already.
yeah, it look like one of these weeks I'm going to have to just jump right into the business plan because we really want to, show our listeners how you really work up before you even start a business. How you work up what you call a viable working capital.
Right.
So here we are now, the tables. How you think your things through and come up with a working capital which is viable. So you carry that for a year, and then by the next year you'll be using your book to determine working capital. And as you know, working capital is that amount of money that the business really need to stay afloat for a period of time. For every say 6 months or 3 months or whatever. That's your working capital. Goods and services on hand, not sold as yet. Money is out there, not collected as yet, but you still have to produce. Running a business ain't easy. All right, so what is it? What y'all say? You got to run.
Yeah. I know the trooper.
A trooper want to run to man. He will same time like you.
Uh, the other that
What you
time.
say? What you say, trooper?
Salaki, I don't want if I could, sir.
Yeah.
You was bringing out some heavy points, and especially with the Edomite talking about, how they gonna open up prisons in Jamaica, right?
Right.
And from what I'm seeing, it looks like they just took a playbook out of America, because I can pretty much guarantee you that those prisons that they build, they are gonna be they're gonna be for profit. They're gonna be private owned prisons, to where you can invest in those prisons, and basically those prisons are gonna be like businesses that they that they reap from however many inmates they have. Same thing that they have done in America. So when I see that and I hear that, I think about the scripture that says, all the wines have drank of the fornication of Babylon. Okay, so when other nations see the things that Babylon do, they try to do because everything all the evil that America do, they do for in the name of profit. They do for money. So other nations, they see these things and they say, "Oh man, they're making a lot of money off of this. Man, maybe we should do it too." No matter how evil it be, it's So that's they.
Tony Blair,
I yield, sir.
okay. Tony Blair, a former prime minister in England, was one of the first one who came out here and tossed the idea of private prison, telling our government that they can make good money out of it. I mean, he get a backlash from it when he went back to England from the Jamaicans that were there. But the thing is, the idea of a private prison, whether here or wherever, that's what he was trying to sell our government, that you can make money from it.
Right.
But our government presently is proposing to build from taxpayer money new prisons, because that the prisons that are here in Jamaica were not built as prisons. All of them were holding places for slaves. They were not built as centers for correctional services. They were built as holding place for slaves. That's what they all were. And and then you are going to tell me now that slavery left us. Slavery left. That is the last standing. Well, the bank is still there. Banks are still there, but the last physical standing institution in the Caribbean of slavery, that's our prisons. And the next step that the West have to carry civilization, as you would call it, where you see them with them electric cars and everything getting automated and so on, that is going to create less jobs.
That's right.
So you now have way more people than of us, blacks, Hispanics, ex-slaves, over here having nothing to do. Hence, they want to build prison. And those prisons that they're building, that is for the future, really. So in other words, why the whole thing get automated now, so we don't have no use for you, so go to prison. Now that is their opinion. But the Most High did not build human beings to be prison inmates.
Right.
That wasn't intended in his creation. So why should you know, as such a destructive man, talking to Esau now, such a destructive man, talk about, you want to imprison, especially the Most High people, because he's not building these prisons for his people.
No,
When the white man was the majority in the prisons, you know what used to happen? True reform was in the prisons. This was a period of time when a prisoner could be in prison, and when he leaves prison, he's a doctor. Yeah, because he could be reformed.
Right.
When our people start to become the majority in prisons, they remove all that.
Right. The rehabilitation.
The rehabilitation part gone.
Right.
Right. So that shows that they have no intention.
That's right.
Giving you the money is one thing, but they have no intention of you rising.
Right.
Yes, because when you rise, you won't be asking for the money. You're going to take it. So they want to make sure you don't rise.
Right.
But we know the God we serve, and because we know the God we serve and we know what to do, we know that we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and he will do the rest. He is the one who is going to put them into slavery.
Sure.
Right?
Come. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, man. He's the one who's going to do it. And at the time when he do it, it will be just.
That's right.
when the judge make his sentence and he strike that gavel, justice served.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Esau coming up to that time.
Mm.
All right, so that's it from me. I don't know if any of you have.
So, yeah, so like all I just want to say, the importance of, edifying and educating brothers and sisters, because again, this is not the Christian church, it's not religion. This is a place where brothers and sisters will learn the history, learn, their identity, know who they are, know who we coming up against. Because again, this was a perfect example of a beast demonstrating, losing power. Now, what he see is that, as we say, that figure, and just by hearing that figure and knowing that you would receive that figure, it keep playing in your mind. So it trickling in your mind to know that you get in your hand. Just like as you say, you went in and you say, well, this we can do business now. So now you as a black man, Latino man, Native Indian man having this in your hand, start to do business with one another. Where you start to see? You start to see a community or a nation thriving. So now for that to come across a nation to thrive now, I can't get I ain't getting that. I ain't getting that. I ain't getting that. Like how you saying? Like how you saying, but know this, your time up. You enjoy
Right,
yourself.
right,
You,
right.
you enjoy you enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself. So again, as we say, now is the time coming up with blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We're going to enjoy ourselves because we have a father. And as he say, vengeance is mine. He say, vengeance is mine. And as I say, you get it, you get it. Make sure you get it. Write it down. Vengeance is mine. Say the Lord.
Right.
Write it down.
Vengeance is mine. You got that? You
That's
got
right.
that? Write it
Right.
down.
Write that.
Take that to the bank.
Yeah. Well, they won't be having left when the Most High is finished with them. No bantu for them to take it to. All right. So you have anything, Trooper?
Come on, sir. One last thing, if I could, sir.
Right.
If to the people out there, is how do the citizens of Jamaica, do they support Kamala Harris?
From where I don't see it in the news. I don't hear much talk about it probably because many of them wake up to the fact now that she's really Indian or white. So rather than them saying anything negative, they might just keep their mouth shut. But there is no big. When Obama was running, there was more talk in Jamaica. You would go into a bar, you would go into a fast food place, a restaurant, on the taxi, and you would hear people talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear anybody talking about Kamala.
So they know that she's not Jamaican.
I don't know if that is why they're not talking about her, or they just don't care anymore. After seeing that Obama did nothing, they just leave it alone. I don't know what's the real reason, because it's just a topic that it don't come up. But most time when, like, you might hear them mention, like in the on TV, they might have a little discussion and somebody bring that up. Yeah, they might speak for her rather than for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But to say, yes, Jamaican parent and would like to see her in. Nah, Obama was a bigger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Obama's discussion, like now, coming up to the election, it was a hot topic here in Jamaica. Like I say, you go on the taxis, you go on the bus, you go to the supermarket, you go Wherever you go, you would hear people talking about that.
Mm.
But Kamala is not so much a hot topic.
That's good. That Most High Christ.
I would like to think they are waking up.
Right.
I hope.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to close out with this. Don't give this money a talk again. Replay. Let our people see and hear for themselves how the oppressor really think, because this man is really expressing what the ruling class of the British, okay, it is a British Empire again. The ruling class of England, UK, say the UK. The ruling class of the UK, how they really think.
So we have this conference next week whereby we will pay lip service. Oh, you want reparations? You want 19 trillion pounds? Well, we'll definitely think about it. We're taking your demands very seriously. I think we should turn around to these people and say, we're not taking your demands seriously. They're ridiculous. They're ludicrous. And get this, you are never getting a single penny out of us for slavery. Got it? Got it? Write it down. Okay? Because this ritual where they demand it, we go, oh, yes, we were personally sorry, but we're not sure how far we go. No, just tell them to do one. It's absurd.
There you have it.
He said it's absurd. All right, so
That's
come again.
I say with that, Shalom.
Right.
Hold on. But I am going to give the Most High the final talk, not him. So I say to him that, yeah, you don't want to pay, no problem. But this is what the Most High thinks about you and your people. We even make a song of it.
That's right.
All right, Shalom. Yeah, about you, Barakatah. Until next week again. Officer 5,000 power piala, trooper Allah. Officer 1,000.
Certified priest, prophesied this my occupation.
Prepare slaughter for our enemy, our oppressor. The Most High intends to slaughter them. Yes, the nuclear war, that same nuclear war that you're planning, going to take you out. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
They done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style. Can't stop now. Farthest warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drums down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the blood. Hey, try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his bitch. I ain't got no love for the crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And then my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitch for the Avengers. This your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. And die for your skin. You gon' die for your pride. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Tell them devils that the end is near. Slaughter. Yeah. Slaughter. Yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handbook. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow sand and hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow and hand down death for them devils. a stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it, the white man is a demon, and I ain't gonna vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife till they broke like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking kill. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go ahead and feel the world when eyes ain't down for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Try to destroy my people.